Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to NKA, only on Afia TV, broadcasting from the coast city, Enugu State. We're on DSTV channel 254, Gold TV channel 17, and Free TV channel 748. My name is Chinaloromogo Eze, and I'm your host on today's episode of NKA. NKA means art, and we dive into conversations with people who have inspiring stories to tell, people who have done and are doing this thing called life, right? And these people have a bit of aspire to acquire to tell us and also share the stories with us. And speaking of stories, a couple of interesting things have happened on social media. For example, Senator Natasha going to the United Nations to level her claims. If Person Next was a person, it would be Senator Natasha. We love to see these things. And another thing, and most importantly, is the story of Odogu Parara and Chioma, which is making rounds on social media everywhere. And I have joined the bandwagon because I'm such a lover girl. Because, why not? It's everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. This beautiful film called Love in Every Word. It has spiked my Delulu from 10 to 1 million. It's just so good, especially how the movie really brought out the, the audacity and grace of Igbo men all over the world. It was such a beautiful film. What do you think about the film? Do tell us on Afia TV official on Instagram, or you can tell me personally on Instagram, Nalu_Kings, right? So we are going to take a quick break and come back to introduce to you this delectable, quintessential, and beautiful woman we have today as our guest. Please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. Welcome back to NKA. My name is Chinaloromogo Eze. It is still the Women's History Month, and just last week we celebrated the International Women's Day. And in the spirit of Women's History Month, we're still celebrating women in Enugu, beyond, however we can, telling their stories, doing a bit of this and that. I also heard that some of you, they sent you money for International Women's Day. Now, wow, some people too do. That's by the way. For today, we have this beautiful lady who has been killing it in the medical space, specifically in optometry, in this city, Enugu State. She's an optometrist and a public health advocate. She's also the medical director for Batya Eyecare and Optical Services Limited. Join me and welcome Dr. Chisom Stella Okolo. Good evening, Ma. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Nalu. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited you're here too. I'm excited. But first of all, when we asked for your full name and tag, you give us titles as well. So I think I want to start there. Ni Okwe, OD, MPH, What are all these things? Tell us about all of them.
Okay, OD means Doctor of Optometry.
Okay.
So MPH is Master of Public Health.
Oh.
Then I'm a member Nigerian Optometry Association.
Okay.
So I didn't want to bug you with other, but this
there are others. Do please indulge us about others.
No, those other ones actually maybe certificates that you got maybe during a random or week, 2 weeks or a 1 month international courses and all that.
Right.
So, but these ones are just the basics.
Yes. I see. But you haven't told us about Ni Okwe.
Okay, that's my father's name.
Okay, you always add it to your name.
Yes, the fact they are married, that doesn't mean that's my father's name. Okay,
Beautiful.
But my husband's name is
Okolo. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Now that we know it's a Doctor of Optometry, Master of Public Health, and a bunch of other things you said, because I do not remember them, but that's totally fine. Okay, so I think the first thing myself and a couple of people watching would want to know is about your childhood. Unlike me, who started out saying that I wanted to be a pastor, because my dad was a pastor growing up. I wanted to be a pastor, right? So unlike me, I don't know if you wanted to be a pastor too, or maybe a teacher. Did you always want to be a doctor for the eyes or something like that?
You wanted to be a pastor. That's interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting, though. Okay. Well, my childhood, if I should start talking about my childhood now, we might not end this section. But I'm going to actually pick out the main things that actually made my childhood, that molded me somehow to who I am now.
Okay.
So, growing up, my father is he had to venture into pastoral job, not like we were growing up, and he's a musician.
Okay.
He's a gospel artist. So not like he started as a pastor from the onset. So, but towards the mid, like around 10, 12 years, he was anointed as a pastor.
Oh, okay.
So now we transitioned from seeing our father as a gospel musician and a writer to a pastor. So it was a great transition anyway. So we also had, apart from the memories of seeing the musicians that come around, the trumpeters, the saxophonists, different instrumentalists that come around and they go for programs and all that, we now had to transition to being children of the pastor.
Right.
And our culture, and our environment, there is this particular, they really expect you
so
to
much from
the
me.
expectation
So much.
so
I can
much.
relate.
It's so much it's so much. So then we participated. I was also in the choir.
Okay. Don't worry, we'll come back to that.
Also in the choir, and a lot of things changed, but over time but the thing is, I had a very godly upbringing, and a lot of things molded me, and I've always wanted to be a doctor. Let me answer that question.
Okay.
Yes, because while growing up, my dad had eye problem. We just call it then. Let me just use the term eye problem, so that I won't bother you with the terms, the medical terms. So, my elder brother also had eye problem. My immediate younger sibling, my sister, she also, do you understand?
Oh, wow.
So, and I noticed that, yes, I've always wanted to be a doctor. In fact, that reminds me, I had this calendar in my primary school. I schooled in Living Word Academy then in Aba.
Okay.
So my fine art teacher, I was very good and I was an artist, like I can draw.
Oh.
But I don't know, don't ask me to draw now.
No, you're not going to
So
draw.
I created this calendar and I named it, I gave it Stella Medical. Yeah.
Opa.
In fact, the day I heard that my mom, she was doing cleanup or trying to sanitize the house and removing all the rubbishes, and I heard that she trashed it, I cried.
Yeah.
Because I was actually saving it.
Then jealous.
She didn't know. She didn't know I was actually keeping it for my children.
Oh,
Do you get so yeah, but what happened is that when we started off with the clinic, and I told them, she now said that she remembered when I actually formed a calendar, very beautiful calendar. You would have loved to see it.
Oh, okay.
Very beautiful calendar, and I wrote it Stella Medical Center, because that's my English name.
Oh, yeah.
So it was the environment, and I was always saying I want to be a doctor, but I didn't really know the area to
specify.
Like, yes, but I just knew that and then sometimes when she's teasing me, I go on errands a lot. Growing up, she said, Dr. Mu, Dr. Mu, Dr. Mu, this kind of thing. So it just sank in, and that was it. And I also noticed that they were going to eye hospitals for their routine checks and all that. And I know the amount of money they spend. You know what it means? Yeah. Daddy will go, this will go, So, and that was where
you are now.
Yes. Then aside that, I also loved music. So I love singing. Till now I sing. I just like singing and all that. It just lifts my mood, So, but I didn't see myself like I would, even though my dad was a gospel musician, but I didn't, my main attention was just on, I want to be a doctor.
Okay.
Do you get? Yes. So then along the line as well, my mom, she's a teacher.
Okay.
She's an educationist, and she made us to be part of whatever she's doing. She carries us along.
Wow.
Yeah, so while along the process, she also learned how to bake cakes, pastries. Yes. So whenever she's doing all those things, she involves us. And like that, when I now entered the university, I started making cakes for...
Oh.
Yeah, I started making cakes for my roommates, for, some fellowships in school. You know that in my 5th year, yeah, I think that was my 5th, I even made wedding cake for my roommate and
wedding cake.
Yes,
you
wedding
were that
cake.
professional and
Yes,
good.
yes. I still have the pictures.
Oh.
Yes, I made wedding cakes and I had to learn decorating too. Yes,
No,
you're asking me.
Yeah, I know.
I had to learn. So I did. You can imagine as at then, 2014 or 2015, I went with live flowers for decoration. Umahia, I went with, as well.
Wow.
So that's just it. I've always wanted to
be a doctor.
A doctor.
And that reminds me, not exactly reminding me, but you said the calendar had Stella Medicals. Clearly, it's not named Stella Medicals. You named it Batya Eyecare.
Okay.
And I do not know what that means. So care to share why you named your clinic Batya Eyecare and Opticals Limited? Okay.
The thing is, before in Nigeria, before you start up a business, you need to register with CAC, the Corporate Affairs Commission. So, as a child, I didn't know that the name, there will be a time when I'll go to look for the name and they will tell me that the name has been taken.
Yes.
I didn't really find it funny then.
Well, you really wanted to name it Stella Medicals.
Yes, I remember that. I discussed it with my husband and he said, just go with any name that you feel. And when Stella, they said taking. When they search for it everywhere, Stella. I didn't know what to do. I kept bringing up other names. They said they've taken it. And that period, I gave birth to my 3rd child. Okay. And her name is Batya Chinenye. Oh. So my husband was now like, you know what? Since you're tired of all these names, anyone you provide, they'll tell you it's been taken. Can you let's just do Batya now. That name is rare. It's very rare. Let's do Batya. As soon as we Batya, they just searched it and said, of course, it's reserved. And Batya means...
what does Batya mean?
Yeah, it means daughter of God. Oh. Adachukwu.
Wow. Is that Latin? That Greek?
It's a Jewish name. Wow. Yeah, just like Shalom. Peace.
Okay, yeah.
So Batya, daughter of God.
It's really unique. Batya Eyecare. That day you must have felt your shoulders high, like, I own Batya.
Well, not really that day.
Okay.
Not really that day. It was when we started setting the place up that it dawned on me, there's a stage you get to, reality starts setting in that. This company has really come to stay.
Of course.
And as a human being, I felt this shoulder, like when we called people to set up the signpost, and I went inside and I just
this is happening. God, this is happening.
I don't know if I should be excited or I felt overwhelmed, like, and I didn't know how I felt.
Right.
Seriously, dear. But thank God.
But we're here now, and I'd like to know, because you are an entrepreneur, clearly. You run an eye medical clinic, and I'm curious, in the city of Enugu where we are right now, I don't know, I'd like you to comment on how Enugu people react to taking care of their eyes, eye examinations, eye checkings. Do you think it's affecting you as a practitioner in this city?
Oh, well, I think it's progressive.
Okay.
Because I didn't just start the clinic, not like I graduated in 2010, and the onset of the clinic was 2016. Yeah. That was the inception of the clinic. So more like during that period, I engaged in other things. I worked in NGOs, non-governmental organizations, do all these contracts. When it expires, they either renew it or another NGO takes you up,
Yeah.
So, and alongside, I was also looking for government jobs, and I never saw. Yes, I did not like I didn't grow up in Enugu as I told you earlier. I grew up in Aba. So from after my housemanship in National Assembly Hospital, I did my youth service in the same Abuja Defense College. Then, family life. My husband said we should agree on coming down to Enugu that is closer home. I saw reasons with him. I I came to Enugu and there was no job there. It was
I understand.
it was difficult.
No job.
Well, the only good thing is that it helped me to know Enugu.
Get creative and even think.
Yeah, during the job hunt and all that, there is no place you tell me in Enugu. I went to several places in search of job. I even went to government hospitals, submitted letters, so many things. And it didn't look like my thing. Like, I know that when I put my mind into something and, when everybody's praying about it and all that, when I go, I just get no response or sometimes refusal and so many things. I got tired and we had to put heads together. I told my husband, please, I think I have to
start our own thing.
I said, no,
entrepreneur.
If you really need to do this, we have to, I don't know, but most men, they like everything to be there. And we have to package it very well, get this down, this one has to be down, and do it this way, it. I told him, see, with the one I have, let's just start. Do you get? So, and when we relocated from Abuja to Enugu, we weren't so conversant with how Enugu is. Like, I had to live for some time to understand that there is GRA, Independence Layout, Awani Road, Abawai. I didn't know that there were some little stigmas attached to some of those areas. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So we were looking for a new house. Like, let's just get a new. I didn't want all those old buildings. And the first place he saw was in Abani Road. Hey, it's a new house. Let's start there. By the time we stay there for some years, we'll be able to set up our own building in a place that we like. I said, no problem. Provided it's a new house, I'm in. That was how we landed ourselves in Abani Road. And it's quite interesting. And then from there, I am looking for where to set up the clinic. You remember I have a family, I have children. So I didn't want to go to somewhere far. In as much as we wanted to set up a standard clinic, I wanted the place, proximity was very important. Yes, I wanted a place that is very close to where I stay, so that even if I want to go and attend to my children or do one or two things, I can always zoom off. So I wasn't looking at this is where it's happening on. Do you get? And that was how we we set up the place in the clinic in Abani Road. Yes.
It's in Abani Road, yes, but that brings the question. Because of that stigma, you said there was a stigma in some places in Enugu State. We're not going to say what the stigma is on national television, but choosing Abani Road, right? That's now the question. Enugu people and their reaction to eye examinations, is it limiting you being situated in Abani Road as an eye practitioner?
Okay, at first, the limitation was high. I could stay, we could stay for a week and just one person will walk in and say, how are you people doing? Like, even if we will even be praying, let someone just come and say hello.
Or hi.
Oh, hi.
Something.
Do you get? And I realized that as at then, in 2016 upwards, a lot of people didn't really know the importance of Eyecare. I'm talking, this is my personal experience. I'm not generalizing Enugu, but where the clinic was, a lot of people, there was still a stigma to giving a child glasses. Yes, you see, you check a child and you tell the parents, this child will need
this.
God forbid, it's not my portion. No. Yes. And this child will be telling you, I can't see the teacher's writing. I can't do I'm having headache. You will now be, that is where the counseling comes in. So I did lots of counseling. I didn't just check and dismiss. I did lots of counseling. And that brings me down to, you remember when I told you I worked in Society for Family Health as a HIV counselor?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes. So that counseling skill I was trained, I brought it down to my practice. And so that was where I had to start talking to parents, and I told them, let me give you some time and to actually think about it, and then maybe you come back to us. I did a lot of sensitization. I went on a lot of advocacies. Like I went to churches, I went to schools within Abani Road. Anyway, it's big. I just felt that if Abani Road can understand this, even if the Batya Eyecare is going to be the only star, because I noticed that there were no much clinics towards around that axis. And then when they want to access Eyecare, they just rush to GRA, Independence Layout and all that.
I totally agree.
Yeah, you know that. So that was what I decided, and I and my team, not just me, we had to go for medical outreaches, talk to people on the need, give seminars. Yes, there was a lot of digging, like a lot of sensitizations were made, you know, so that people will actually understand that there is a need. You know that some people still feel that they don't even need to go to the hospital for anything. Why would I go man my food? No, and then and they do not, you know, they want to be sure that there is an issue with the eyes before they go for eye check. Just like recently, now this week is glaucoma week. So we've been making a lot of sensitization, advocacy, adverts, telling people they need to go for glaucoma tests, because it doesn't just happen. It's always there. And the key is early detection. When you detect that, when your doctor detects that you have glaucoma or you're a suspect, management starts. Do you understand? But you know, the thing is, people will now wait until
it gets worse.
When it's some of them will now say that it's an attack. I'm not saying that there is nothing like attack.
Anything you want to say, ma'am? Anything.
But medically speaking, these things can be actually remedied and all that. So that was what really helped us to be where we are.
Made you get more customers in Abani Road.
Yes.
That's the long and short of the matter.
That's just the long and short.
It was the outreaches, the seminars.
And another thing is that every day I get up, like the way I would dress and go to work. You think that yesterday in my head I finished I go out with confidence. Like there are days that we won't see any patient. The next day you see me getting up. I'll get up and go. I didn't even know what
talk about also how you wear your clothes and go to work. They won't even think, oh, is she really a doctor? Either which way.
There are days you just wear your scrubs, there are days you just go. Just anything that you're comfortable with, provided it's formal and it's okay. I just move. And let me share this story with you. There was a time a patient walked in during the first 2 years, and he was like, is this a new clinic? Neighbor, it's so beautiful. Are you sure people won't be expensive? I'm like, are you people allergic to fine places? Other one that came in, next time the other person now came in and said, these new clinics, I don't even want to own a car there because they might actually fold.
What the?
Yeah, they might actually fold. That is when they have stayed for up to 5 years or more, and they will know that they are ready to. They really mean business, and they're willing to work and stay. That there was a place he went, he got a car there. The next thing they told him that the doctor has left Nigeria. In fact, that the place he has folded, so that he can't. Do you know this man left too? He left, and
he said these things and left.
He left, and I didn't take it in a negative light. Okay. Honestly speaking.
You took it as one of those things?
I took it as is a challenge.
Oh.
And I'm sure he didn't say it in a bad light.
Okay.
I even appreciated the fact that he was honest. I told him I understand how you feel, but if you can just give us a try, because then you won't just leave, because it's a new clinic, you won't just leave everything for the front desk. It's you, the professional, that would now, you know, so most of the times I just come out and talk to the person and kind of convince the person, just try, so you'll be fine. Do you understand? By the time they come in and see some of the equipment you have, they just calm down. Okay, but he left. I told him it's okay, no problem. Just what we want is for your eyes to be fine. If you're not comfortable here, it's okay. You can go to teaching hospital anywhere you feel like, and that's fine. And that really gave me food for thought. Right? So people actually watch to see how successful
you are before
over the years, before they will now come and be like, at least you've standard test of time. No meaning, no my
And that's a problem though. But thank God you're on for like 7 years now. You've been with
8 years.
8
plus.
years.
This year will be 9 years.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. So we've heard it from this beautiful lady. There's more in store for you. We have this beautiful thing that we do for our guests. We show you love, but we won't do that now. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back and show Dr. Chisom Stella Okolo the Afia love. Don't go anywhere.
That's
See you in a bit. Beautiful people, and welcome back to NKA. My name is China Loromogo Eze, and we are diving into the story of Dr. Chisom Stella Okolo. Ni Okwe. I just love to say that. And we're back, and we have this culture on NKA where we show some love to our, our guests. So I'm ready when you guys are ready. Please pull it up. Let's show Dr. Chisom some love. We do this to remind you that you have come so far, that the world is grateful. Yeah, the world literally is grateful for your existence, for what you do in the world of optometry, everything. Waiting. Let's wait for what they have for us.
Thank you. Show up in a bit.
Yeah. So we just do this to let you know that. Yeah. When was this picture taken though?
Can I remember? This is when I went for back to school eye examination at Hill Range. Hill Range. This I think this should be their first set. Centenary City.
How many years back?
That should be up to 6 years.
Oh wow!
Yes,
wow.
This should be up to 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have the next one.
Did you get this picture?
It's magic. It's magic.
Oh.
Yeah. You know the funny thing, you still look the same.
How are you sure?
Age. You are not aging. This is the definition of ageless. Look at.
Can I remember? Okay.
In your full doctor regalia.
You know, we had to expand. We didn't just start with that spacious room. It was just a 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Yes. So we got more equipment
and had to expand.
And we had to
find woman.
I was trying to showcase the contact lenses.
Oh, okay. Those are contacts.
Yes, there's a contact lens there because a lot of people say they don't want to wear glasses. They want contact lenses, and we give them I'm also a contact lens specialist.
Okay.
So we give them the option of go with your contact lenses, teach them how to use them, and they feel good. So I wanted to showcase that there's a purple contact lens.
It's giving. Take it or leave it. Right.
Oh. Yes, this is one of my back to school program with His Grace High School. His Grace High School, right?
That's my alma mater.
Yes, I was trying to talk to them about Eyecare and all that. Yes. And this
far back in 20 what?
This should be 20. I just gave birth to Eliora, my 4th child here.
Wow.
Did you get?
So you did this during that period?
This should be around 2017.
Oh wow.
2017 or 2, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I think that's all.
They should be all graduates now.
Right. From university.
So I
don't know.
You didn't come to school that day.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, this is us telling you. You see, some of these pictures go way back to 7 years ago, 6 years ago, to show you how far you've come. Maybe one day you just look back at them and like, I'm doing really well. You're doing really well. But you said something about your fourth child.
Yeah.
I don't know, how many children do you have?
I have 5 children.
Wow. Quick, just to add something as an aside though, some people here do not believe that you have up to 5 children. Someone said it's a lie. Your guest is not a married woman. This one is not a married woman in Jesus' name. Are you taking something to look young? Is there something you're doing?
I just take it one step at a time.
What are you taking one step at a time? That's what we want to know.
Even if I say the things I do, medically, we did say that these are actually words, because there are some people that they've done what I do,
but they're not seeing results.
I think it's physics, like it's just your nature and all that. Do you get? But I watch my diet, I exercise, I sleep, and I meditate.
Okay. Meditation.
I can actually stay alone and feel good for some time. Just give myself time, read books, read my Bible, or just listen to music. While I'm listening to music, I'm trying to reminisce on some things and plan myself. Do you get?
In other words, Dr. Chisom is saying that if you want to look young like her, you exercise, meditate, listen to
watch
music.
What you eat.
Watch what you eat.
I don't eat so much junk calories. I
left the group chat because I eat a lot of junk. We're not talking about me today. Thank you. But then, speaking of the number of, you have 5 kids.
Yes, I have.
And I'm so curious to know, you are an entrepreneur in the medical line. How are you combining that with all 5 kids of yours? Does it get tasking? Are there days when you feel like, did I make the right choice? Like, tell us, how has it been combining that with motherhood?
Well, it's not been easy. You know, it all boils down to what you want in life. Do you understand? I love children. And no wonder most of the outreaches I go for and some of the talks I do, I usually target children, right? Yes, I go to schools more often than other places. So it boils down to what you want and also a supportive partner.
Yeah.
You get? So I believe that once the home front is taken care of, every other thing flows. So I make sure the home, I do what I'm supposed to do so that I can be able to concentrate with work. You get? So now, and I also do what works for me. There was a time, let me give you an instance. There was a time I had to enroll my children into a school close to my clinic because I wanted to make sure that I'm watching them after school. That was even what led us to creating another section in the clinic where my children will stay when they are back from school. Because at the same time, I also use them as a motivation factor. Now, there are days you wake up, you don't even feel like going to work. One of my hacks, do you know, I decided I'm not going to do school run. Most times, if my husband is not around, I'm the one that is going to take them to school. I drive. Do you know that when I remember that I'm going to take them to school and their school is close to my clinic, nobody will tell me to get up from that bed. That was one of my hacks. That's why I said I do what works for me. So I just drop them off school and I zoom in.
Back to the clinic.
The doctor comes on time. 8, she's already there. You know that I've already done my school run. And then we pack, we go with food warmers, we pack enough things for the children, even the clothes they will change. These are the little things I did that really made it easy for me. You get? And because I had the first 2 earlier and then gave some space before the other ones, they also helped. So we do things, we do together. And then going to school, because a lot of patients might be calling you to complain. From the onset, I planned that this line is going to be for my business, and this is my personal line. Right. So in that way, I don't get myself too
busy or crowded up with unnecessary things.
And then the clinic income or whatever expenses the clinic is for the clinic is as bad as if I do any expenses. I'm doing it from my own. Like it's not from Batya Eyecare account because I don't do that. So I see that clinic, I see the eye center as a company on its own, then I see myself as an individual. I don't want to lose myself.
Right, that makes sense.
Yes, then I see my family. Do you understand? In that way, it's easy for me. I also keep reminders. There are some things I want to forget. I'll tell my husband, please, when it's true, just remind me of this. And sometimes my children will even keep stickers of what I can remember that needs, maybe we need to stock up something at home. They will put it in my bag. I already begged them, this is the role. They will remind me. Or some of them, they can even flash me, Mommy, remember to get this right coming back.
They're so sharp.
Yes, there is partnership with partner. Everybody is working. Everybody is, do you understand? Everybody is, And remember when I told you my parents, they take me along when they during their school or holiday. So the same thing is what I'm doing to my children. During the holidays, I call them, I tell them it's IT.
Okay.
So they join me, and even if he's imputing things
stuff in the computer,
yeah. And at the end of the month, I pay them no matter how small, so that they will know that there is reward in labor, no matter how small. Even if it's
parents left the group chat. Some parents left the group chat.
And guess what? They won't even use it. Even if they won't use it first, they will still tell me, because there has to be accountability. If you don't teach them how to be accountable, when they grow, they can't be accountable. So in as much as they are informed that this is their money, but you have to tell, there has to be what we used it to do, and in fact what we want to use it to do.
That's good. I love how you manage your personal life, family, and your company. Speaking of this company, this business thing, I'd like to know, let's go deeper.
Okay,
what's that one case that was brought to you in your clinic that shook you to your bones? Something that shook you. Let's talk about it. What's that part? Maybe take a minute to think about it. One case that was brought to you and you're like,
well, a lot, but let me just stick to
one.
Let me stick to one. I had this case in 2017, and this man walked in. He said he needed glasses.
Okay.
But the way we do, we check every other thing, because most times people don't know that there is something underlying. So we discovered that this patient is a glaucoma suspect.
Okay.
I advised to give drugs. This man said, God forbid. And I had to even carry the family along, and I don't know what they told him or in the church, or I don't know what happened. I did not see, I didn't see him again till after like 5-6 years. And guess what? He was almost blind.
Oh my God.
Do you know, I don't know how I felt.
Oh dear.
Like, I saw this.
And you advised.
I advised. I even went as far as carrying the family.
Oh,
yes. Dear. And this is it. He understood. He was using his drugs. After some time, he said his faith will carry him. and me, I didn't want him to come and put a discord between me and God. Me too, I'm a Jesus child.
We're all Jesus children.
So not that he's totally blind now, because it's a management thing, but this now made him see, but this is almost like medicine after death.
Right. That's crazy.
Do you get? And again, it's when you try to do what you should do as a medical practitioner, you follow up and then you leave it. You can't persuade. If it's their right to
say
agree.
No
yes,
or
it's their
no,
right.
Yeah.
It's their right to say no or not. So that really
shook you.
Yes, it did.
Dear. It's really crazy. And that brings me to the next question. Talking about kids, you like kids. You say you love children a lot. You've gone for outreaches everywhere. We live in a world right now, this 21st century, where there's something called screen addiction. Children, and it's like if your kids do not have an iPad, it's like you're not you don't know what's up, you're lagging behind, right? And there's also a thing that comes with being on your screen so much. You're a doctor, so you do that kind of thing. So is it that, are we coming to a stage where everybody would have to start wearing glasses because kids are using their iPads a lot? Is that the solution? Is that where we are tilting towards right now?
Okay, first is to understand the intention, the motive behind giving the glasses.
Okay.
Some people feel that there are cases I've seen and the person will be like, hey, glasses, they will think I'm doing guy.
What?
You know, yes.
What?
This is the word they use. They will think I'm doing guy. Do you get?
Oh dear.
So
Lord.
now,
Things.
yes. Do you get? So now the reason why we give glasses is not everybody that needs glasses.
Okay.
Yeah, but the glasses that is being given to people is because the invention of things. A lot of people now use. Look at what you're using now.
Yeah.
Then the children now in school, they now teach them online. And another outbreak is during that COVID-19.
Yeah.
Most schools
Did it.
had to divert to online tutorials. Do you understand?
Yes.
That really spiked the rise of, and a lot of children started complaining of their eyes. I'm not saying that using the gadgets that is bad, but there has to be a restriction. There has to be a time frame. A child, most children less than 10 years, they're not supposed to use gadgets for more than 2 hours in a day.
Okay.
Do you get? And what they need, the intention why the doctor is giving glasses is because that glasses has a blue cut lens in it that absorbs ultraviolet rays of light from digital gadgets down to your eyes.
Okay.
So what the blue cut photochromic glasses, when it has photochromic, it means it will also absorb UV rays of light from the sun. Yes, so even if you don't have an eye problem and you know that you're disposed you're always predisposed to using phone gadgets, even bankers and all, they need it. And then there's also something we have been telling people. You can't do without your phone. Whenever you're pressing the phone, don't switch off the light and press your phone. Because all the rays of light that is being emitted from the digital gadgets is going directly into your eyes. But when the place is bright and well illuminated like this, instead of all of them diverging into your eyes, they just diverge instead of all of them converging into your eyes.
Right.
So do you get? And then people should also practice what we call 20-20-20 rule. Let me break it down.
Yes,
you use the gadget for 20 minutes, even if you don't follow the timing, but just know that you use it for 20 minutes, you leave it, look at something 20 meters away for 20 seconds, then you go back. Don't follow the timing, no problem. But what Dr. Chisom is saying is that use your gadget. After some time, leave it. Look around, take a blink, and then you go back. In that way, your eye muscles will be relaxed. But you see, these children that are now using the gadgets, nobody is monitoring them. Except it's because of the advocacies that has been going on now. Do you understand? So most parents that are informed are actually doing this. They get so we are treating towards everybody will soon start using gadget because everybody now owns an Android phone at least, and then people now do so many things with their system.
Yes.
But if you know you're not used to using you don't want to use glasses and all that, still check your eyes. The contact lens will not even absorb the ultraviolet rays of light. Okay. Do you understand? So the contact lens, where it comes in, is people that don't want people to notice them. Individuals, they don't want people to notice that they have eye problem. And another interesting part in my practices, there is this stigma I knew my siblings had. I remember some children, they will say the other child looks like, the glasses looks like tortoise. You get it? And let's say the truth.
I did have that stigma. I was told my glasses looks like Elven Girates of Mount Zion movies.
Those days in school, I don't know for your sex, but when people wear all these thick glasses, hey, do you get? So in my practice, I really wanted to change that narrative, and I did by God's grace. So when it's difficult to get optical frames that are fashionable. So when I try to stock my frame shelf, I make sure they're stylish. So do you know that someone can actually be wearing the glasses and you think they're doing that?
And it's sunshades or something.
Now it's going to be part of their costume, part of their fashion accessories. If they understand it, not like wearing one glasses every day, and that one has. Most people don't know that the type of frame you should wear it should also go alongside with the
kind of face you have.
You get? So those are the things I brought in so that I can actually change the narrative of eye care.
That's beautiful. You guys have heard it all from Dr. Chisom Stella Okolo. It's been an interesting conversation with her about eye care, motherhood, her business, and a bunch of other things. And we're coming to the last lap of this interview. We're going to go on a quick break and come back for the last segment. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bit. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back again to NKA. This is the last lap on this interview with the delectable Dr. Chisom Stella Okolo. And Dr. Som, it's been an interesting conversation with you.
Same here.
And we've dived into your story, beautiful, beautiful things you have been doing for the world. I like to think it's for the world. Yes, if you're looking, it's for Enugu. No idea, it's for the world, right? So you have told us a couple things about you, and we need you to do something. This is the game part. This is the part where we play some games. And you've been mentioning, I love to sing. I used to sing for my dad. I was in choir. So start bracing yourself up. You're going to sing for the audience, for us, for everyone here. So think of any song in your head, in your mind right now, so you can sing for us in just 1 minute or two.
Song from my dad.
Any song you want to sing, any song. It can even be, no, you don't have to sing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I was going to suggest that, but no, that's too basic.
Okay.
So please sing any song from your heart.
Okay.
This is your camera. So
it's a popular song written and composed by my dad.
Oh.
Before the conventional gospel artist now took it up. And
what's the name of your dad?
Bro Okwe.
Bro Okwe. I don't know. I listened to Bro Okwe when growing up. I don't know about you, but I did listen to him.
It means your parents, they enjoyed the music. Because
every morning
people of this age
they don't know. They don't know. My
know.
parents
They
listened to him. So automatically, my siblings and
know.
I did. So please take it away.
So I can remember his music, Chuku Idima.
Okay.
So, you know, he had the soprano and the alto, they sing it. And while growing up, I used to sing it with my siblings. And he would be like, oh, no, no, go kasiego, bulo na kisi go. And when he's done, we'll now sing the a cappella way.
Oh, okay.
We'll now be like, Chukwu. So my brother would say, no, calm down. Chukwu, idima, Chineke mo, narekele benile, irapuro chezeki, neliwe bianuwa, wamadu, wakwamu nihime. Onye deturu gire gahuna idima o narekele menile.
Oh my God! When are you entering the studio? When is your album coming out? I don't know. See, you're not only doctor. I don't know what you're doing. You're a baker. You're a singer. You are a decorator. Oh my God, that was so beautiful. I remember that song. Saturday mornings like this. You know those old CDs from back in the days. My dad would just slot it in. Everybody. This is not even the one that trended that year. There's a particular one your dad did that trended. I'm trying to remember the song. That's not the full album, but there's one there.
Volume 1, 2, and 3.
Let me tell you this part. I say,
so let me sing it. Brother, kwenezino loya, hanefe Jehovah, onye kerigwe noa, raputa, ronyunuta, onyunugekwe, ofupenoa. And guess what? I don't want to show you the video of that music.
You were there. I watched the video. You were dancing with your siblings.
Don't display that video.
Don't worry, we got you covered.
Sure?
Yes, don't worry, we got you covered.
We had to dance to the rhythm. My siblings.
And there was something, I don't know, it was looking, I don't want to say it was looking for us or something like it was looking like your dad didn't pay you guys for doing that, right?
Who is talking about payments? Look at you. The dancers, I think they disappointed him or something. I don't know.
And he has up to 5 children.
He now called the wife down and see, you people have to and you just had to.
Oh
And
dear.
it worked out. You get it? It worked out.
Oh my God. I have had so much fun today on this conversation,
Here.
Dr.
Same
Som.
here.
I have had so much fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, people all over the world listening and watching NKA today, thank you so much for being here. It's been a delight talking and conversing with Dr. Chisom Stella Okolo. It's been a delight. Please do follow us on all of our social media handles at Afia TV Official. And remember, we are on DSTV channel 254, Go TV channel 17, and Free TV channel 748. My name is China Loromogo Eze. See you next time. Bye-bye.